Well, hello, everyone, and good evening. I can't tell you how excited I am. It's been such a long time since I've actually been live that I am just so overwhelmed, and I'm like, what am I supposed to say again? So I'm so excited to be here. Hey, if you don't know, you are in Miss G's Ladies Lounge, and I am your host, Gwen Finley. That's me. I am your host here today, Miss G, and I am excited. I am so excited about this upcoming presentation on today. My guest is so phenomenal, and she's just so vibrant. That's a great word for her. She's so vibrant and full of life, laughter, and color. And today we are going to chat with my guest all the way from the Bahamas. We are going to chat with Dr. Gillian G. Curry-Williams. I'm so excited, and I just don't know how to hide my excitement. So let's get started the way we normally do. I just like to say a word of prayer because I believe that there's someone out there who just needs, a nice word of prayer. And I believe that we can help each other. So, God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all things. We thank you for life, health, and strength. I thank you that you have allowed those to come on this page today and to be enlightened, to be encouraged, to be empowered and inspired. And I pray that each and every one of my guests, whether they are in the audience or they are on the screen, I pray that they will be abundantly blessed. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So I don't know about you, but who doesn't love color? Color is amazing, right? Who does not love fashion? Who does not love beauty? Now, there's different definitions of that. So, what may be beautiful to you or fashionable to you may be different from someone else. But the truth of the matter is, beauty is just beauty. So, on today, we're talking about royal beauty or the beauty, the royalness of beauty. And so, I have with me Dr. Gillian G. Curry-Williams, and she says her personal mission is to help somebody as she travels along. So then my living would not have been in vain. Gillian has been a major player in the vibrant fashion industry of the Bahamas for over 30 eventful years. And this comes as little surprise considering that she was the daughter of a registered nurse and an accountant, both of whom sewed and tailored clothing as an entrepreneurial adjunct to their professional callings. And in the circumstances, and only too naturally, Gillian was already sewing and cutting patterns for her mother by the tender age of 14. So I'm going to skip around a little bit, but she was the precociously gifted young lady who graduated with a BA in fashion design and pattern making and subsequently found her first founded her first fashion business, Simply Elegance Couture, back in 1987. Later on in 2010, after getting some advice and support from family members and friends, she applied for two scholarships and attended the Academy of Design in Toronto as a challenge to her potential and pursuing the refinement of her natural gifts. And the successful completion of her first year on the president's list restored her innate confidence and reawakened her seemingly lost faculty of creativity. So, therefore, in June 2012, Gillian graduated from the Academy as valedictorian with distinction. And then subsequently, she made her Canadian debut with a graduating Fall Winter 2012 collection, appropriately named Manifestation, which was an innovative and original concept. Wizard of Oz inspired. All I can see when I hear that is that scene when they're walking around and the colors are changing and the colors are changing. I just love that. All right, so she returned to the Bahamas, dedicating herself to reestablishing her branch with the launch of her new business identity, Remilda Rose Designs, a name inspired by two of her greatest role models being her grandmother and her mother. She also, after watching her dad with a bitter battle of cancer, watching him pass away, she also was inspired to create a foundation which is called to birth a print fabric, which is called the Fabric of Hope. And the Fabric of Hope is a combination of her unique floral representation of the beauty and strength of Cancer warriors, their fight and ultimate victory over fear. So listen, it's so much that I can say. She's got so many foundations that she works with. She's got so many honors and magazines that she has been a part of. I love this line that she says she is fulfilling her purpose, embracing, embellishing, and empowering women to look and feel their absolute best, one creation at a time. So, listen, I'm not going to prolong this. Let's bring her on and we can ask her some more questions and find out more about my guest. Hello, how are you?
I am fine, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. You tricked me. You went and put on the fancy glasses, and you left me out here.
I,
Let me. My
Actually, these are
glasses,
the wrong
mine,
ones.
mine are not that fancy. No, put them back on. You look
No,
beautiful. I love it.
they're not the ones for me to see up close.
Right. That's why I take mine off and I put them right here. So, but hey, that's right. You make that appearance and then you get comfortable, right? I love
Right.
it. I love it. So, Miss Gillian, just and am I saying your name right? It's Gillian,
Yes.
correct?
Mhm.
Okay. I love that name, so I usually
Thank
know how to
you.
say it. But so I'm so excited to have you on the show on tonight. This is such an amazing the vibrancy just in the screen right now with you with all of your things behind you is so beautiful, and I just love already seeing you here. We've got some people popping in before we even get started, and I know they are here just ready for a great time with us on today. And so I'm going to pop some of these people that are joining us in here today. We've got Dr. Tavara Johnson, and she's over there with you in the Bahamas.
Yes.
Hey,
Hi,
Dr.
Dr.
Tavara.
Devine.
She's blessed us before right here on the show as well. And down in the wonderful Florida, we have my cousin down there, Marie Scott Cokes. Thank you so much. Always such a great supporter. So let me just ask you a few questions. First, if you want to just greet us, you can feel free to go ahead and do so. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I said if you want to just first greet us, you can go ahead and do so.
So, hello. It's truly a pleasure to be here with you. I know we've been trying to do this for a while. And something just kept, I don't know, it just wasn't working. But
Okay.
I am a believer, and I truly believe that God saw this to be the appointed time and the right time for this to
Absolutely.
happen. So I am here. I am
Yeah.
here. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. And I'm here for whatever questions you have.
Awesome. Well, let's just start by saying, how did you get started? We heard a little bit about your bio, but my mom sewed, but I was not interested.
Oh,
So I didn't have that passion you had. So how did you get into that sewing and, following through with that?
well, if you can say something was passed down, then I think maybe it was passed down because my father was a tailor by trade. My
Mm,
mom was a registered nurse, a nursing
mhm.
officer, but my mom sewed part time, and then my Grammy sewed as well. So maybe it was in the gene or
Right.
something, and I had it from both sides. So yeah, but sewing was what I know. I wasn't a doll person, even though you would think you would be dolls because you make the clothes, but I wasn't a doll person.
Really? Wow.
No, I wanted to do whatever my brothers were doing because I was in the middle, and I had an older brother and a younger brother, so I wanted to do what they were doing. I shoot marbles and spin the top, and go after the frogs and stuff. I wanted to do what they were doing.
Wow.
But sewing was always a passion for me. I always admired a well dressed person, and
Mm,
I have always had an eye for detail. That's
mhm.
always been my thing. I've had an eye for detail.
Yeah.
Sometimes I now don't like to go places because I'm like, wow, why is that zipper in like that? Why is that in like that? Why is that hem like that? Why?
Right.
But it's always been a passion for me. It's always been something that I've wanted to do. When I was in high school, I would draw in my books because I just felt
Mm,
like why am I here? Like,
mm,
what am I here for? Like, do I
absolutely.
have to do all these subjects because they have nothing to do with sewing? All I need to do is math
Right.
and English. But so it was just always a passion. I never wanted to do anything else. Never wanted to do anything else.
That's strong. That's pretty strong. Now, were you the only girl you said in your family?
I was the only girl. Yes,
Oh,
I'm the
yeah,
only
yeah,
girl.
yeah. So, yeah, wow, that is really strong. Now, my sister, she took after my mom, and my cousin, they were interested, and I just wanted to do everything else. I was not a tomboy, but I just had a lot of other things I wanted to do. I'll do the business side, I'll do this and that. But I did sew a little bit, and I made a few things, but I'm definitely not a seamstress.
Well, I just think every young girl should know how to hem, put on a hook and eye, sew
Absolutely.
buttons on, to just be able to do those basic things, even if you don't want to
Right.
get into the sewing, but just be able to
Mhm.
do those basic things.
They should be able to,
They
but
should be
many
able to.
many
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
especially these days. People just go buy something new. They're not even going to try, so they'll just go buy something new. So, what actually inspires you to design, though? Because sewing is one thing, but designing is another. So, what inspires you to actually design?
Well, I'm a classic girl. I'm a Grace Kelly. I'm a Oscar De La Renta because he
Yeah,
did the classic looks,
right.
and that's who I am. I just believe women should dress in timeless looks, like a look. I have dresses that I've made like 20 years ago that I can still wear today, and it
Mm,
still looks like a new dress. Like, oh, she made something new.
right.
No, this is the same dress.
Yeah.
It's just that it's a timeless style that's here, and
Hmm.
it stays. And I just believe it's just me because all designers have their own aesthetic, and that's just mine. That a woman should just be timelessly dressed, and I just felt that I needed to be that person that would dress women that wanted to look that way. So there are certain things that you come to me to make, I wouldn't make because it's not me.
Mm, that is so
But
beautiful.
I just love classic timeless looks. That's me. I love beautiful fabrics.
Hmm.
And I just think a woman should just be like just well put together, just
Yeah.
well put together.
And that's interesting because a lot of times there are people who they may specialize in something, but they don't utilize it themselves. You
Hmm.
know, so when I look at your pictures, it's you're wearing, you believe in your own brand and you're wearing your
Yes.
brand well.
Yeah.
You have also the out the life that allows you to go to different places and wear the beautiful clothes. And I think you can really do that anywhere if you wanted to. You could just find places to go that makes you beautiful and
Well,
look
if I felt like going in the food store and putting on a shirt and putting on my pearls, I do that.
and
I
embellish,
don't let anybody
right?
limit me. And I always often joke with my husband. I said, maybe that's why they don't invite me anywhere because I always, like,
Yes,
but
yeah,
I just feel if that's how you feel, then like do it. Like, there's
right.
some days I don't feel like dressing up. There's some days I'll be like, oh my gosh, don't let nobody see me today because today ain't the day for people to see me.
Yeah,
But
I mean, we all have those, and that's good, because people want to know that you are human,
mhm,
and it's okay. But to be able to, in that moment that you feel like you really want to, build yourself up to a different level and be beautiful the way you want to be beautiful. Because, like I said, that could be different for different people. Some people could be beautiful with a pair of combat boots and some khaki
yeah.
pants, and they feel beautiful that way. And that's on them. But as the world that we know it, we love the beautiful, vibrant colors and all that. So I love that. Now, you took those vibrant colors and you turned it around for some real good and inspiration as well. So tell us about the foundation, one of the foundations, because I know you've done more than one, or you can tell us about both or all three or how many you have.
Well, as you read, once we found out my father had cancer and I was going with him to treatments, I would like talk to God and be like, what can I do? Because I've always been one to help. I've always wanted to, just to help people. And he told me to have a show and give them makeovers. So we did that. We've been doing that. We haven't had a show for 2 years because of COVID,
Mm,
but we had 4 shows so far. We've honored, I think it's about 28 persons, 30 persons so far, by making evening dresses for them, getting their shoes, hair,
mm,
um, getting their makeup done, and making them feel good about themselves. And
wow.
then we do men as well. We make suits for the men and get them sorted as well, so we're not biased. And
Right.
then he told me to create a print that's made up of some of the colors associated with the various types of cancer. So
Mm,
that is what I did. It was a tedious task at first,
mhm.
getting the design together. And I'm a person of color. I love color. I love bright colors. I love color. And so I had to like look at all the colors because each thing has a meaning. There's brain cancer, there's breast cancer, there's pancreatic cancer, there's gallbladder cancer, and all of these have colors. So I had to take all the colors and like just
Mesh
spread them
them.
out kind of, and just pick which ones would work with what we were doing. And we came up with this right here. It's right here. This
Okay.
beautiful print right
Yeah.
here. It's called the
Yeah.
Tropical
I
Four.
love it. I love it.
Yes.
Nice little bling on there too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually when I participated in New York Fashion Week, I
Mhm.
had the pieces for New York Fashion Week beaded. So these are this is beaded.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then
It's
we have
beautiful.
a big flower on it that represents the caregiver. That's this flower
Oh,
right here, this
wow.
big color flower. So
Right.
that represents the caregiver. And I often say that, God has a sense of humor because with that, with that, I then have the Caregivers Network of the Bahamas.
Mm,
And that is where we're trying to, and because I've had so many things happening this year, We're trying to get all the caregivers together so that we can have a network and be able to keep in contact and know what's happening, know if you need assistance.
Yeah.
And then well, before that came the book. I, I, I did a book that's called, and all of this is from the Fabric of Hope that started.
Right. Wow.
And I did a book called Beyond Diagnosis, A Caregiver's Journey. And that is my journey that I took with my aunt when she
Mm,
was sick with cancer, with my father, and with a
mm,
friend that I had. I share my journey that I took with them.
wow.
So the foundation assists persons with cancer in any way we can, whether it's just taking them to the food store. They may have a bill that needs to be paid that they can't pay that we could assist with. Any way we could assist the person with cancer, that's what we do.
That is so amazing. Wow. I certainly applaud you with that. You are just, you're not just into, see, and that's what some people get lost. They're like, oh, she just likes to dress up and flaunt and show her stuff. But you are actually doing ministry. You are actually
Yes.
reaching people and reaching their hearts and
Hmm.
helping them to have some greater inspiration and self esteem as well. That is really awesome. And I'm looking at your book list, and you've got quite a list here. You have several journals, and you also have adult coloring book.
Hmm.
Wow. So um, where do you find the time?
At night, I work better at night.
Okay.
During the day, I'm always on the phone. There's a customer wants something. I'm always doing something. So around 6:30, 7 o'clock, I don't see anybody
Mhm.
else. That's
Uh,
my kind of me time.
mhm.
I relax. I go
Right.
over everything that may have happened. If somebody may have sent me a WhatsApp message or something that I didn't respond to, I respond to it then, and then I start work. I work better at night. So some days, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., I'm going to bed.
That is so awesome. Well, I'm just really excited about everything that you're doing. You have quite a few recognitions from so many different places, and you are actually international. You come here to the States often, and you partner with others as well, and you do various things. I see you here. You have a recognition from the Uncommon Leadership Award from the Women of Wealth magazine in Atlanta, Georgia, for the work that you do with cancer. You have the Bahamas here. I know you earlier we talked about you being in Canada. And so tell us how you feel about moving like from place to place. What are you seeing as some current and upcoming trends of fashion that we women can be on the lookout for?
Well, pleats are in. Pleats, they call them, I've seen a lot of sunburst pleats. And the sunburst pleat is a pleat that starts small at the top and then it goes wider as it
Right.
gets. Yeah.
Yeah.
The sunburst pleats are in. I see them with um, in skirts. I see them in full dresses and sleeves. The sunburst pleats are really, or they, take a plain fabric and then they place a piece of the pleat in the as an insert. I see a
Hmm.
lot of that. I see that the 3D fabrics or designs are back in. That's a lot with lace.
Oh,
I
okay.
see that back in again, and I mean, fashion and trends like anything is just a rewind because 3D fabrics are out like just a few years
Right.
ago. It's just repeating itself. And there are, I call them, like, the Pantone colors are, I call them flower colors because the
Okay.
Pantone color of the year is called Perry, and that's
Mm,
from the the lavender flower. That color, it picks up that with some violet and red and a hint of
mm,
blue.
mm.
That's their color of the year, and it's a beautiful color. And then they have some shades of green. And Pantone always have names for their colors. They don't call them regular blue and like how we
Oh,
do.
really?
Um, yeah, but they have quite a number of beautiful colors that are out. What else is there? Um, I think that's all I could remember right now. That's basically that's caught my eyes.
I'm sorry. I was trying to get back to this page so that I could share once again some of your designs. So with the colors and things that you do, and I notice you do a lot of pink. Is that one of your favorite colors?
For me, yes.
You like
I've
that pink?
always been a lover of pink. I tried to go away from it, and I would make like. Then I was stuck in blues. I was doing a lot of blues, and I'm like, blue ain't really my color. And then I went on to greens, and nah, I came right back to pink. The pink works for me.
Yeah, I love pink. I love pink. I was telling my friends a little funny story. Well, my coworkers, I was telling them a little funny story, or someone, I don't know who else, about when I started working at the post office many years ago, and I didn't even own a pair of tennis shoes or sneakers, as they call them, and all I had was heels and everything. And I had this pink leather skirt and this pink top and these pink pumps. And I went to the post office with all of that stuff on. And I thought I was going to work. And they looked at me and said, "Where are you
Where's she
going?"
going?
And on my way home, I had to buy some tennis shoes and some flats. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know anything about that. But let me just share this really quick, and let's look at some of these designs, and you can tell us about these as well. So,
So
yeah. Can you see it?
yes, the
Okay.
one that would be to my left, that's a one
Mhm.
shoulder with the bow at the top and then a
I love
peplum.
it.
And I
Yes.
did that with I paired that with some white slim fit pants.
Hmm.
And then the second one is the 3D fabric that I'm talking about. I took that photo
Okay.
probably about maybe 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I say the designs
Mhm. Yeah.
repeat them, the trends repeat themselves.
Mhm.
That was just a fitted dress, no
Mhm.
straps or anything. I just felt
Beautiful.
like so sexy in this dress. Like this
Right.
was yeah.
That's beautiful.
Oh, and then the well in the middle that's me with the fabric of hope on the
Okay.
jacket, and then the next picture in the pink that's a jumpsuit. I
I
actually made
love
that
it.
for my birthday. That's a jumpsuit, and then I found a fabric that had a feather, and I made the sleeve as a separate piece and pulled it up. So I really love this look. I
I
really did love
do
this look.
too. I love that one. And it was originally on a staircase, right? And that's just such
Yes,
a beautiful picture. Yeah,
yes.
beautiful.
And then the other one is a dress that has the 3D effect on it as well. It has
Okay.
3D. It's a satin fabric actually, um, and it has some 3D flowers on it with rhinestones in the middle of each flower.
Hmm.
I decided to make it in that style because I just felt like it would show more of the fabric and the beauty of the fabric. I love that dress. I haven't worn it since I wore it then though, but I love that dress.
I love it. I love it. So now she has a headpiece on also. Did you make that as well?
I made that headpiece. The blue headpiece was made by a friend of mine that does headpieces. Kia, she did that. Yeah.
Wow, wow. You've got some real I know you are just anointed. That's the word. That's it. Just anointed.
Amen.
So I love it, and I appreciate you taking the time to go through those things. This thing just wants to keep playing on me. All right. So let me ask you, are there any, I know it, like we talked about earlier, people can do what they want to do, but are there any major fashion faux pas that you're like, you see it all the time, you're like, oh my God, I wish she had not done that? What would you say to that?
Um, I don't really. I mean, I I don't see too many things on, like, I may see something that one person wears that looks, but to say, I think my main thing would be like women going in the food store with curlers in their hair. That would be my problem.
Yeah, that would be it. Or the bond.
But
Or
the,
the bond.
but my thing would be undergarments in women. That's a major problem for me because that's where I look,
Mhm.
especially when you're wearing stretch fabrics,
Okay.
and whether you're small, medium, plus
Right.
size, like
Right.
undergarments are so important, and a lot of women just feel that they can just wear, and like, no, you've seen everything, like,
Hmm.
no, like, look in the mirror. Like, I used to tell my customers, like, invest in a full length mirror so
Absolutely.
that you can look at your back before you come out the door.
And
But
see what
that would
you
be my pet peeve. Undergarments, like, just wear the proper undergarments. Like, if you can't afford to buy a Spanx, get a
look.
pair of
Hmm.
stockings and cut them off so far so you can pull them up and you still get that smooth look.
Right. So I know you work well with cancer survivors and others, but what is your favorite client or preferred client that you like to work with?
I like clients that trust me and trust the process. As a fashion designer, I don't cut fabric first. You may call me first of all and say that I like what you're wearing, but is your personality the way my personality is? Can you carry that? Does that color work for your complexion? I take all of those things into consideration. And so if a customer trusts the process, they may
Mm,
not end up with the same color that I wore. They may end up with the same style because they can carry it, but the color may be different. Or we may tweak the style just a little bit because maybe, I want my shoulders out, but, your
right.
shoulders ain't working. So let's put a little cap sleeve on that or something.
Yeah.
But if my customer, I love a customer that trusts the process. And I have quite a bit of customers that trust the process with me. I see them straight through with fabric and design, and I get their jewelry and their shoes and everything so that I know once they walk out, like, okay, I don't have to
Right.
worry. I know they're straight. I don't have to wonder, well, jeepers, what shoes is she wearing? What earring is she wearing? Yeah.
So do you only service customers based in the Bahamas?
No, I have customers. No, I have customers like everywhere. I have customers because um, if you reach out to me, I would send you a video showing you which measurements I need. Once you take those measurements and send them to me, then I would prepare a muslin and send it to you. A muslin is just something that I make out of cotton fabric, a basic bodice. Or if I have to do a dress, I put the skirt to it and do a dress, and I send it to you,
Mhm.
and you try it on, and we could do that right over Zoom or something.
Mm.
And once they have somebody there to pin them in, and I would tell them, well, pin that side and pin this side, and then they send it back to me, and then that's what I have to work with. I can make anything that you want from that.
And you never use patterns.
No, ma'am. But I mean, I have to making the
Make
muslin
your
is like
own.
making a pattern for the
Right.
person.
Right.
But yes,
You're not into simplicity and butterick and
no, ma'am.
Vogue and all
But I
those other.
am a pattern collector. I have
Oh,
patterns
really?
from like 1930, whatever they
You
start. I have
probably have
patterns.
some of those
I
same
have
ones.
some, yeah, I have some patterns that I paid like $200 for, $300. Yes.
Ooh, wow,
Yeah.
wow. Yes, wow, that is awesome. So what are you available now for new clients? Or you're I think you're taking a
No,
little
right
bit of
now
a
I'm dealing with something. So I'm not
Mhm,
taking on any new clients right now.
mhm.
Well, they'll hear it official now. I shutting down until January 2023.
Oh, January. Okay. I'm sorry. I think we did talk about that. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't mean to put you on blast.
that's
But
okay.
I know that some of the people listening here would be probably thinking, hey, I need to reach out to
Hmm.
her. So we'll have to come. We'll have to revisit you in January and make sure that you come back and let us know what's
Yes.
new, because that may be that time that you're getting new inspiration and new, revelation, and I'm sure you're going to have some new designs and all that for us. Um, so right now, if our viewers just wanted to see some of the things that you're doing, look at your books, uh, your magazines that you're a part of, and all of your accomplishments, how can they find you and where can they follow you?
But all of my books are on Amazon.
Mhm.
Um, they can follow me at Remilda Rose, Remilda Rose on Instagram and Facebook. It's Remilda Rose Designs. Or you can go to my personal page too. I post stuff, designs on my personal page, Gillian Gia Curry-Williams.
Okay. And you see the name there for Jillian. And I'm going to pop this over in the chat, I think. Yep. And then pop it on the screen for you. So, yeah, that's awesome. So I'm really excited about everything that you've already done, everything that you're going to do. Tell us, do you have any thoughts of something new on the horizon when you do come back?
Yes.
Okay, that's all you have to tell us. So we will anticipate with great expectation something that is going to blow our minds, I'm sure.
But let me
Um,
say what, because I forgot. Sorry, I forgot.
no
I
problem.
forgot. From the fabric of hope, we also have bags. I forgot to
Oh, okay.
pull one down. We have leather bags. We
Oh,
have espadrilles. We have what else we have? We have lots of stuff. We have an accessory. Oh, we have a carry-on
yeah.
luggage piece. We have. I have my passport in my hand. We have passport holders. So
Oh,
there are a number of items we have. If you want
yeah.
to reach out to me about those items, you can do so. But we do have those items as well, and our proceeds go to assist persons with cancer.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to get me one. I need a passport holder. I haven't been anywhere in 3 years, but I'm gonna get my. I have my passport. But yeah, that sounds so awesome. And um, oh, my question slipped my mind, I think. Ugh. I had a question once you said that. So okay, well, they can go to Instagram or to
Yeah, they can
Facebook.
send me a message by Instagram or Facebook or on my personal Facebook page because my personal Facebook page is open. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
all right.
public.
That sounds so awesome. So I know some of the people out there was probably saying, I was hoping she would say that we had to come to the Bahamas so I could have a reason to come.
Well, we will
I'm trying,
definitely be having a show in the Bahamas next year. So yes, they can prepare to come
yeah,
to the Bahamas.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Give me my passport cover so I can get there. I know what I was going to say now. Earlier, when you were talking about Fabric of Hope and the things that you were doing, I had another young lady on the show that's actually in New York. She's usually a part of Fashion Week as well, and she was working with breast cancer survivors. She's doing a whole lot now. And I would just love to see the two of you collaborate. So I'm going to make sure. So I wanted to say this so I don't forget, but I'm going to make sure to, unite you ladies, because what you both are doing, I know she was doing like what a lot of women had the mastectomies and they were feeling, a little, less than a
Mhm,
woman or depressed about their situation. And so
mhm.
she would make them garments that would let them see that they were still beautiful.
Oh, wow.
And I think both of you are just doing amazing, amazing, amazing work. And so I can't wait to hear from you again. And I wish you well during this time of transition and change until you're ready for what's next. I'm
Yes.
excited. I
Thank you
thank you
so much.
so much for joining us. Do you have any last words for our viewers?
I just
Oh,
wanted
she
to
said
say,
you have shoes and
yes,
raincoats.
yes, I forgot.
Thank you, Dr. Tabara. She needs you here. Thank you. Dr. Tavara also sports a lot of your designs as well, doesn't she?
Yes, yes, she
You
does. Yes,
ladies,
she
you
does.
know what? I had popped. Let me see if this will play right. I snatched this off of your page today. I think you put it up today, so don't be surprised when you see it. I hope you made it, but even if you didn't, what you were saying was beautiful. So can I put it up?
Uh-huh, sure.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but if it's on my page, it's good. Oh, yes.
And what you were saying was the thing that got me as well. Being too extra is someone else's opinion that we don't subscribe to. I missed the rest of it. You remember it? Be
No, I
extra.
go look at my phone. Let me just look at my phone quickly.
I think you said be extra on purpose or something like that. But it was so wonderful because I know sometimes people say, oh, that's just too much. That's just too much. They don't need all of that, and it's not
Okay, it
really our
says, you want me to
choice.
read it?
Yes.
It says, being too extra is someone else's opinion that we don't subscribe to. Be extra and fabulous for nothing.
For nothing. And don't worry about who don't like it. I love it. I love it. And that was another design of yours as well?
That was my design. Yes, that was one that I did for New York Fashion Week.
That is so awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So listen, ladies, I'm telling you, just get on there and just follow her now and be on the lookout for what's getting ready to come. But I just really
Yes.
wanted to chat with you today because you're such a beautiful soul and the things
Thank you
that
so
you
much.
share and the things that you do, I believe is just so incredible. And I wanted people to know that we can take our gifts and our talents and we can turn them around for good, not just for ourselves, but for others as well. And so we
Amen.
always like to show some great women doing great things here. So listen, thank you once again, and
Thank you.
stay beautiful, stay safe, and we
Thank
will
you.
see
Thank
you
you.
in 2023. Love
Yes.
you.
Love
All
you
right.
too. Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I don't know what that is. Okay, thank you so much for joining us on today. Thank you for taking the time. I have truly enjoyed my guest. Do me a favor, like, tag, and share. I always forget to say that in the beginning, but like, tag, and share, and let someone else see this video. It's going to be good no matter when they watch it. It's going to be great. We're so excited that we are back and we're ready to do so much. Thank you so much, Marie. Thank you. Thank you. You're quite welcome. But we're ready to do such great things. Next week, I have another great guest coming. We've already pre recorded her show because she's so busy, she didn't have time. So join us on next week for Nicole Cole. She is a family nurse practitioner that is doing, oh man, some amazing things, and I want you to hear her heart on next week. So you'll be able to still come in and type your comments and everything. Join the show just as if we were right there talking to you. All right. Love you all. Have a wonderful and an amazing week. And remember, God loves you, and so do I. I'm going to play this again so you can see her beautiful design.